mediarz beginner tips for Tarkov patch 12.12. Getting scab karma. Best way to do it is, okay, so when you exit as a scab, you get 0.01, plus 0.01. If you kill a PMC, you get plus 0.03. If you take a vehicle extract, I think you get 0.04. If you extract with a PMC, you get 0.05. If you kill a scab who has killed another scab already, you get plus 0.03. Those are kind of the ways that you get your scab karma up. You lose scab karma by killing other scabs who have not hurt you first, or any of the raider bosses or their minions. The regular raiders you can kill without any problem. You don't gain or lose karma, but you got to be careful that you can identify the difference between a regular raider and a scav raider, or I'm sorry, a scav boss raider. There's some nuances that you got to look at. That's the best way to get your scab karma. Just extract with your scab successfully. It's the biggest thing. Try to work with a PMC to see if you can extract with them. Like if you see a PMC, don't try to engage them right away. The chances are they'll probably wreck you unless you have the drop on them. Now, the one caveat about exiting with a scav, or sorry, one caveat of exiting with a PMC is that you get diminishing returns. Same thing with when you leave with a car, is that if you keep doing it over and over and over again, you get less and less return. So, you know, it's good stuff. Penis hat, I know you said you know what it is. It's this one right here. It's relatively cheap, 22,000 rubles. It's good. Contacts, I also recommend always have contacts. Being able to hear is massive in this game. Absolutely massive. It's one of the most important things, being able to hear. Armor, this is the armored rig you'll typically get from your scabs once you get to like level 3 or 2.5, 3. This is tier 4 armor. Nothing's fancy, but it's good and it works. Also, if you need to buy it, you can. This one's 67. This is 77. If you want to buy an armored rig, I used to buy this one all the time here. This one or this one. This one here. It's 55,000. It's tier 4. And it's got a decent amount of health. I think it's got like 30 or 40 health. 40, yeah, it's got 40 health. I used to rock this all the damn time. It's pretty good. My new love is this one right here. This one's pretty good here. This one is also tier 4, covers your thorax, but it has a lot more storage space, which is good. So, and backpacks are kind of like, whatever. The biggest thing, ammo. Get the best ammo you possibly can. That's the biggest thing in the game. Get the best ammo you possibly can. Like you can see here, here's all my M4 ammo. Wow, I got shotgun ammo here too. Holy shit, I got this stuff everywhere. This like M955 is pretty good. 855A1 is also pretty good. 856A1 is not great, but you know it's better than nothing. So you know, and then 855 is really shitty stuff. This stuff is good because it'll penetrate most things. This one good, it'll penetrate most things, but also do a little bit more flesh damage than this stuff, which is good. AK, there's 2 AK variants. The 762 variant, BP ammo is king. PS ammo is garbage. I don't use PS ammo at all unless I absolutely have to. As for the AK-AS74U gun that I was just using, this ammo here, it's all right, but really the BS ammo or the PPBS ammo are the two you really want to use. BT ammo you get away with in a pinch. This stuff here is fine for scavs, but for players, probably not going to do you a whole lot. Shotgun ammo. This is the AP20s I was talking about. This is the good stuff. You can make these in your hideout, which is really nice. And this is the flechettes or the flechettes. You can also make it in your hideout. They do good. This is a slug. This is a pellet. Oh, well, it's actually flechettes, but it's like a pellet spray. Sniper rifles. S&B ammo is king in my opinion. BT ammo does have is good as well for the semi-automatic sniper rifles. M61 for this caliber, that is 760 by 51, is king, is the best one. M61 is the best stuff. You want to use that only. M62's all right, but M61 is much better. This stuff here you are familiar with. It's the 366 AP ammo. It's really good. And yeah, then you got the small gun stuff. So the PST GZH is all right, but the AP 6.3 is much better. If you're gonna rock Ks23, you might as well go full cheese and send it. You want to use these rounds here. This is a flashbang round. You put this into the chamber, and then you load the Shrap 10 round into the magazine for it. And what you do is you run in, you would only want to do this in like factory or somewhere small, like in like a building. You wouldn't want to do it on the open field, but somewhere small, right? Flashbang them with this and then shoot them in the leg with a Shrap 10. It will probably kill them one shot. Like 99% of the time, a Shrap 10 shot will kill them. Will kill the person if you hit them in the legs. I think one pellet is like 85 damage or something like that. So 2 pellets, it'll kill them. The umps are actually relatively awesome guns. So like they have the 2 rounds for it, right? The 2 main rounds for it. Small pew. So FMJs are the easier ones to get, and then the AP rounds are like the good rounds for the ump. They're really, really good. But like I was saying about making your own ammo, it's kind of really nice that you get to do that now. So like here's the M61s that you can make. They're really nice. You can also, here's the AP20s that you can make. Looking specifically for, here's the BP ammo for the AKs I was talking about. You can make it here too. I'm trying to find the UMP 45 ammo. Here it is. I wanted to combine this shit into here. Oh, wow. It's going to make twice as many bullets. Nice. Good. Boom. Hand it over, baby. I also strongly recommend getting your hideout up and running. It helps a lot too. You can make a lot of stuff in it, so you're not always stuck, searching for, hard to find things. You can also make money with it too. I have a combination that I do that makes me enough money that I don't really have to worry about having to I don't worry about where my gas money is coming from to run my my god, please just let me buy the damn thing to run the generator, right? And then I'm able to farm Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is just like extra money on top. Let's kick that off. Kick that off. Always make sure you're always building stuff as much as you can. I'll explain to you why in a sec. This guy's gonna be done soon. Got 2 minutes. All right, I'll quickly show you why it's good to have your hideout up and running outside of having the benefit of stuff being built. So you go into your skills, go all the way down to the bottom. You have these 2 things here, hideout management. So this is hideout management. You level this by doing stuff. So like making things in your lavatory, making things at your working bench, in the kitchen, and in the health area. And you can see these bonuses you get, right? Increases all percentages, or yeah, increasing all percentage bonuses from the hideouts by 15%. And then this one here is also decrease the fuel and air and water consumption for filters. This one here is for crafting. It reduces the time. So always crafting stuff means it'll reduce the time it takes to craft stuff. You can see I'm level 14, and so it drops me by like 10.5%. Here I'm level 15, and so we get a 15% bonus to all of the values. And so we'll go back to the hideout. Why that's important. If you have a look over here at the library will give you additional raid experience, and also level experience of your levels, right? With what we just looked at the hideout management, all this is boosted by an additional 15%. So it's good to do. Upgrade your hideout. I can't recommend enough. Your rest space, like negative effects removal, energy rate increase, health regeneration increase, maximum energy as well. Like if you get this guy to level 3, your energy goes from goes from 100 to 110. All right, I know I have a gas mask lying around to make gas mask. Oh, by the way, when you're doing this, when you're building stuff, don't make the same thing over and over and over again. You have to cycle. You have to do one thing, then another thing. If you keep doing the same thing over again, it doesn't build your hideout management up fast enough. So the 2 things I make here are water filters and just an air filter. So I buy a gas mask. I already found one in raid. Make it into an air filter. It takes 1 minute and 47 seconds. This will be long enough for me to buy fuel. I'll come back, and then I'll make the water filter. It is not cheaper doing it this way. Buying a water filter outright is much cheaper than buying all the materials to make it, but You're leveling up your hideout, so I take that as a win. Now we go over here. Let's get some fuel. Prepper. I think it's probably the cheapest trade in still. Oops, wrong button. Go down here. He wants 2 and 2. We already have one, so that's good. 40, so that's about 80. All right, so that's 80 right there, and then one of these guys probably also 40. Yeah. So that's 120. So that's actually really close. So for a while it was a lot cheaper because it only cost 1 fuel conditioner. Now they've bumped up to 2 fuel conditioners. So it's about the same price for Prepper for you to buy these 2 things to get fuel as it would be for you to go to Jaeger and just buy it outright from him for 160K. So that's the 2 numbers you kind of got to look at. What's cheaper, right? You can also do trade-ins for matches and 100 matches. And then for the ump is also good too. The ump is a new gun and it actually slaps. It's really easy to get. There's a couple of easy ways to get the ump. Go to Peacekeeper. You can actually trade for the ump with black-handled knives. Here, this one here. 7 black-handled knives, you get an ump 45. Boom. The Ks23 shotgun is a cheesy ass fucking shotgun. So the Ks23 is a super cheesy gun. It's way overpowered, especially when you use the flashbang round in front of it. So I don't use it. I don't know. I try not cheesing the game unless I'm like on a really, really stupid task. Like there's a task where you have to kill players that are flashbanged. That's when I'll use the Ks23. Just because trying to toss a flashbang and then shoot them afterwards, it's a fucking nightmare. But yeah, no, the umps are actually relatively awesome guns. Like they're really, really good guns. You can get the recoil down fairly low. Yeah, so the ump is actually good. I would actually recommend the ump. The ump is a really, really good. It's easy gun to get. Super, 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 super early in the wipe. The MP5s are also good. You can also get those with a trade through Peacekeeper. Right here. You can trade in 8 brown-handled knives and you get a ump 45, or sorry, MP5. And out of the box, the gun's pretty good. You just rock the PTS GCH because that's all you have at that time, and it will melt. Even right now, this will melt most scabs. You know, you get a 30 rounder like this one here. You get a 30 rounder in there, and it'll melt most scabs. And in the early days when people are rocking like tier 2 and 3 armor, it'll rip through tier 2 and 3 armor easy peasy. That's why I always rock tier 4 armor. And then like the gun that I killed you with tonight, the SVDS, it's a shitty ass gun. I fucking hate this gun. And it's so expensive. It's just stupid. And the reason why I'm doing it is purely for the quest. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using that gun. I'd be using, like, if I had any pick of my gun at all, I'd be rocking either like an M4A1, because you get the recoil pretty low and the ammo is pretty decent, or the MK47. It's basically the mutant and it fires the AK rounds. So you have, it's basically like an M4 that fires AK rounds and it slaps. Although they did nerf it a little bit. It's not quite the laser beam it was last wipe. I have heard though from some of the top streamers that this wipe, SMGs are king. So like the P90 is pretty good. The Vector is pretty good. The Vector has 2 flavors. There's the 9x19, which is the 9mm, which is this one is. There's also a 45. Both those wreck, but you have to be pretty close in close quarters or a really, really good shot. But yeah, cheap guns. UMP 45 is good. MP5 is also good. ADAR is also good. Those would be the ones. There is one more gun that I would recommend you look for, and that is the MDR. The MDR is a semi-automatic gun that fires the M62, M61 rounds. This is a pretty good gun. There's also the RFB. So the MDR has it can go single fire, or sorry, it can be semi-automatic or fully automatic. The RFB is only semi-automatic. They both use the explored this gun yet. They both use the same ammo type. You put M61s in here, and this shit will slap. You just aim for the heads, and it'll tap them into one deal. This is probably one of my favorite guns to use as well. It's really good. I would use this if I'm doing like shoreline and I don't plan on going inside. Yeah, it's kind of my things, my suggestions. I have this gun just because I haven't sold it yet. I kind of wanted to mess around with the scars. I didn't really get to play with them a whole lot yet this wipe, just to see how if I like the feel of them. So far they kick up a lot, and I'm not a huge fan of them. But yeah, I hope that was informative for you. I hope you learned some things. That is my advice. Aim for the face with good ammo, wear good armor, and build your hideout. And try to not get mad when people cheat and shoot you in the face. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Please consider commenting, liking, sharing the video, as well as subscribing to the channel, as it helps with YouTube search algorithms. You can catch me live most evenings on Twitch at twitch.tv/mediarz. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.